morning.
Morning, Rosemary. Morning, Katarina. Okay. So how this class works is that we do 15 minutes of just gentle warm-up exercises just to get the body moving. And then we'll do some standing or sitting meditation afterwards. And not quite sure what's in this class this morning, so we'll just see how it flows. So we stand with our feet shoulder width apart. This is my warm-up set, and I use it at the beginning of almost every class that I teach. You stand at a generous wide shoulder width. So shoulder width, sometimes people hear shoulder width and they stand in hip width. And hip width is obviously a straight line down from the hip to the outside of the foot. You want to just check yourself and make sure that you're at least shoulder width apart, if not a little bit more. So in medical Qigong, we have a really, really generous wide stance. You just soften your knees. So if you have your knees locked, like you're standing at a bus stop, then the qi and blood doesn't flow particularly well through them. You just soften your knees down, sit your tailbone down. This kind of idea of sitting down with the tailbone, softening the knees, and that suddenly gives us a perfect structure for qi flowing through the lower body. This exercise is going to move from lower dantian, from the belly. So in Zheneng Qigong, we imagine going in through the belly button all the way into the core of the body. The very center of the body is where we have our energy field, the main energy field. Actually, when I say very center, it's a tiny bit more towards the back. So Dr. Pang has a very precise measurement. He says 7/10 of the way from the front in. And I think probably what happens is you go in here and you would bump into the front of the spine, and it just sits just in front of your spine, deep inside you. So we're going to turn from lower dantian. So we just let the shoulders be relaxed, let the arms be relaxed. We just test out the spine just by looking back over the shoulder and just stretching the back out and seeing how the back feels this morning. Do the other side as well. Let's not rush into it. Just see, it's kind of like a stock take of how your spine feels, what's going on there for your back. And if everything feels okay, you can just release the waist and let the waist gently turn from side to side. So we keep no pressure in our, no tension in our shoulders, no tension in our elbows, no tension in our wrists. The depth of the belly, deep inside the core of you. So Pilates has rather cheekily taken this idea and they refer to the core, but actually lower dantian, the lower energy field, has been there for 5,000 years before Pilates. However, everybody needs to have their fun. And so, yes, turning from the very core of the belly allows, first of all, the core to turn, and then the spine to turn. So as the core turns, the spine turns. As the spine turns, the shoulders start to move. As the shoulders start to move, then the arms, like spaghetti, just wrap around your body. But of course, as you make this turn, your hips are gently moving as well. There's a tiny movement in your knees, even a small movement in your ankles. Small movement in your spine as well. But we'll get on to doing the neck a little bit more in a moment or two. So the one thing I would say about this exercise is you haven't done it before, if you haven't done it for a little while, it can make you feel a bit lightheaded sometimes. So this is the first kind of principle of healing. There's this thought in Chinese medicine, which is called Yidao, Qidao. Yidao, where the mind goes, Qidao, Qi follows, or the Qi flows, really. So where the mind goes, the Qi flows. And there's this idea that if we suddenly start feeling lightheaded, it's because the Qi has flowed upwards, gone up into our heads. And now it's making us feel a bit dizzy. So the idea of Western dizziness and Qi in the head, it's like sort of different ideas, but anyway. So the first thing to do is to bring your mind back to the belly, is to really focus down, perhaps on the belly button, first of all, and then trying to go inside, deeper inside behind the belly button. And the next possible way to settle and calm yourself, if that's happened to you, is to start counting off your toes. So think about your two big toes and squeeze them gently against the floor and just experience that space between the pad of your toe and the sole of your shoe on the floor. Just really be in that space for a moment and really experience how it feels to press your toes gently against the floor. And then we can move along to, well, what may or may not be called the index toe. Squeeze those down against the floor. Squeeze the middle toes down against the floor, onto the ring toes and onto the little toes. Just feel this experience of each toe squeezing and gently gripping the ground. So in so doing this, we put our mind in our toes and the chi flows away from our heads and we feel less dizzy. So it's an easy way to bring yourself back to a sort of stable point. The really stable point we want to be in is in our belly. So imagining going to the belly button and going inside. What does lower dantian look like? So dantian is a Chinese phrase which means lower altar. It also translates, it's got a lot of prosaic translations, lower cinnabar field, which is something from alchemy, I think. There's all sorts of, but anyway, it's the lower energy field. We don't really need to know how it translates. We just need to know where it is. So you can imagine your lower energy field deep inside your belly. And the question is, what does this lower energy field look like to you? You could imagine it perhaps like an ember glowing in a fireplace, or perhaps a little pilot light in a gas boiler, or I don't know, candle flame. Anyway, any number of possibilities. As I was saying a few weeks ago, I had an image once that it was like one of those special big marbles that you had when you were a child, the big size ones with sort of the beautiful coloured kind of, shape inside, star shape inside. Well, it smelled like my lower dantian. Anyway, so we put our mind in this space, in the belly, and the body gently turns. So we can take this to a second layer of this exercise. We can slow down a little bit, and then we can start to expand. So you just go a bit further, but this time what we're doing is looking back over our shoulders. Look back, let the whole neck stretch out. And again, if you feel that dizziness, think about your toes. A few more long opening turns. Good. And then we can let the whole thing gently slow down, bit by bit, step by step, slowly, slowly. Oof, and come to a stop. So the first thing we do to reorganize our chi is you can just imagine putting your hands in the earth and lifting a ball of chi up. You lift it up above your head, and then imagine you can pour it down through your body, down through the crown of the head. Pour it deep into the center of your brain. Move it down into the depths of your chest. Move it down into the depths of your belly. And then when you release your hands, the chi gently flows back down your legs into the earth. So we're aiming everything to go deep into the core of the body. So lift chi up, and then gently pour the chi down through your body. Imagine you can move it from your head. Imagine you can move it into the depths of your chest. Imagine you can move it into the depths of your belly. It settles there. And then when you release the hands, it's like making a circuit. It's like the energy keeps on flowing down the legs, back into the earth, lifting up, say, earth chi, yin chi, lifting up heaven chi, and then you have the perfect balance of energy. And you can pour it down through your body. So if you did feel dizzy, this exercise is very good about relaxing and calming. What I always say is, 3 times seem to be fine for most people. But if you suddenly come across and you have one of those moments, it's called a chi reaction. You're suddenly thinking, oh, I feel very, very dizzy. Just keep going with this. Do it about 10 times. Try not to do the Western thing of sitting somewhere and putting your head between your legs, because that just exacerbates the flow of chi into your head. So just try and sit or stand and just keep this moving through your body. And I always like to say to people, it's not like a sort of a marker, a badge of dishonor, if you have this chi reaction. It's fantastic. It means that something is moving inside your body. So it's all good. So if you find that you need to do this, 10, 20 times to bring yourself back into calm, to bring yourself back into your belly, then that's fantastic. Just do that and come back to whatever else is going on in the class. Okay, so we're going to match the rotations of the spine with some forward and backward bends of the spine. Let's take it easy with these ones. All we're going to do is just lift the hands up once again. So we'll just gather the hands up into the air, stretch up. And then what we're trying to do is to coordinate our arms and our ears first off. So just tip over the arms and the ears. And you feel the nape of the neck bend. The rest of the body is nice and straight still. And then you can start to move the upper spine, middle spine, lower spine, and just try and hang down just to wherever you can naturally get to. Just keep the knees soft at the moment. Just keep the back of the neck as relaxed as you can. There's a temptation here to really lift your head up, but try and sort of keep the head down as much as you can. Okay, so you imagine your foot is split into 4 parts. Gently stretch down towards the toes. And then release. Imagine a line that's drawn between the roots of your toes. So gently stretch down towards that line. And release. Imagine a line that's drawn between your insteps. So as you can see, it gets gradually deeper with each stretch. And release. The last line will be between your heels. Just go as deep as you comfortably can. Great. Body relaxes and hangs. So to get ourselves upright, we lift the tailbone to point up behind us into the blue sky. That kind of straightens your legs a little bit. And then you push the tailbone to the front of the body and let the spine gently roll up. Try and bring up your arms and your ears as one piece. That just adds an extra kind of dimension, an extra cantilever stretch. Bring the hands up to the blue sky. Now we let our hips and our knees drift forward, and we open from our breastbone out to our fingertips. Stretching up to the blue sky, releasing forwards and gently leaning backwards, up, and gently back, up, and gently back. Hands up into the blue sky. Arms and ears do the first bit of work. They just tip over on their own, just working the nape of the neck. And then the upper back, then the middle back, then the lower back. Knees are soft, body relaxes and hangs. We just settle into this comfortable bend. First little stretch takes us down towards our toes. And then we release. Next stretch takes us towards the roots of our toes. And release. Third stretch is in line with our insteps, gradually getting deeper. And release. And the last stretch is back to our heels. You can go as deep as you comfortably want to go here. And release. Body just hangs and relaxes. Point the tailbone into the blue sky behind you. Push the tailbone towards the front of the body and start to roll the spine up vertebra by vertebra. Gather up your arms and ears as one piece just to get that extra stretch on the nape of your neck. Gently draw yourself up to full height and stretch. When we release, we let the knees and hips drift forward, body leans back. Stretching up and gently back. Up and gently back. Up and gently back. Hands up in the blue sky, nice long stretch. Arms and ears tip over. Can you try and keep your legs straight this time? So we go over, gently bending, and trying to keep the legs as straight as we can. This just adds a little extra dimension, adds a hamstring stretch up the back of the legs. So again, we hang, we let the head release as much as possible, but this time we've got these nice straight legs. So we're just kind of leaning the weight a tiny bit forward to the toes, and you can really feel the back of your legs opening up. Just hang there for a moment. Okay, same story, gently stretching towards the toes and release. In line with the roots of the toes and release. In line with the insteps, gradually getting deeper and release. Back towards the heels. Great. Body just hangs and relaxes there for a moment. Okay, so let's just lift the tailbone to point up behind. Push the tailbone to the front of the body. Start the spine assembling. Bringing up the arms and ears together. Slowly drawing up, stretching up. Releasing hips and knees forward as you lean back. Up. And gently back. Up. And back. Last time stretching up. And gently back. Good. Hands up in the blue sky. Last time through the whole process then. So just arms and ears tipping over. Rolling into the upper back. Rolling into the middle back. Rolling into the lower back. Knees stay straight if possible. Let the body gently hang down. Body hangs and relaxes. Good. So we're just going to stretch gently towards our toes. Just hold that stretch for a moment, just feeling the hamstrings really open up. And then release in line with the roots of our toes. And then release toward our insteps. And back toward the heels. Great. Body hangs and relaxes. Lift the tailbone up behind, push the tailbone towards the front, roll the spine up, roll up the arms and the ears, gently bring the whole thing up, stretching up into the blue sky. Knees and hips drift forward, you can lean back. Stretching up and gently back. Up and back. Up and back. Bring the hands over the crown of the head and just let the chi pour down as if you were standing in a beautiful shower of chi just for a moment. And then we can release the hands down the sides. And again, we're going to do the same thing, gathering chi to stabilize ourselves. So you just put the hands in the earth, lift up a beautiful ball of chi, gather it up above your head. This is like a full stop at the end of a sentence, drawing the chi down, resettling, recalming. Draw the chi deep into your belly. Just pause for a fraction of a second as you imagine the chi gathering deep inside, and then let the hands relax. The energy pours down your legs back into the ground. So give it a lift up and a gentle pour down. Focusing everything into the belly. So those exercises we were bent forwards and the chi can have a tendency to rush into the head. And so this is, again, kind of like a rebalancing of chi. So if there's anything out of place, it's kind of like, gathering it and then pouring fresh energy through your body. But it's not a kind of an emptying process, because as much as we're letting go of things we don't need, releasing them back into the earth, we're also making sure that we gather chi that we do need and pouring it back into our body. So it's a kind of like a dual process, pouring chi, healthy, new, fresh chi into our bodies and letting anything go that's not required. Good. The final exercise, just a few side bends, just to keep our spine. Yeah, so obviously you can see the story, rotate the spine, bend the spine forward and backwards, bend the spine sideways. And that's my little warm-up set. So just take your right hand, lift it up into the air, breathe in. And then gently tip over towards the left-hand side. Just let your right hip kind of knock out. You can support yourself with your left hand if you wish, but just take a gentle breath in. And as you exhale, just stretch from your right shoulder all the way up to your right middle finger. Gentle breath in and stretch. Gentle breath in and stretch. Gentle breath in and stretch. Good. Breathe in, lift the right hand up. As you breathe out, turn the hands over, right hand goes down, left hand comes up. Nice breath in, stretch up to the blue sky. And then we'll just breathe out and go over towards the right hand side. Okay, so nice breath in. See if you can open from your left shoulder to your left middle finger. Breathe in and stretch. Breathe in and stretch. Breathe in and stretch. Good. Lift that left hand up, breathing in. As you breathe out, swap the hands over. Nice breath in, stretch. Breathe out to be across the left. So now we're going to imagine opening out from the right heel, through the right hip, through the right shoulder to the right finger. So try and breathe in. See if you can open that whole arc. Breathe in and stretch. Breathe in and stretch. Once more and stretch. Breathe in, lift your right hand up. Breathe out, exhale, swap the hands over. Breathe in, lift your hand up into there. As you breathe out, we go across to the right side. So we're going to try and open from right ankle to left ankle, left middle finger. Breathe in. Open the whole side of the left body. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale and stretch. One more. Then exhale and stretch. Breathe and lift both hands up into the blue sky. When we exhale, we just let our hands drift gently down the sides of the body. Now our final sort of settling exercise. Just gather chi, lift chi up. Gently pour the chi down through the body. Draw the chi deep into the belly. Really settle and focus the chi there for a moment. Let the hands relax. Lifting. And pouring. And again, lift chi up. Pour chi down. So 3 is normally enough. If you need to keep going, please do so. But just what we're going to do now is just lift. We'll gather chi to our bellies. So lift chi up. Pour chi down and just draw the chi down. Aiming for your lower dantian, for your belly. And then just settle your hands, one palm on top of the other palm, the centers of your palms, deep inside. Just relax there for a few moments. So we just stay focused, stay centered. you just hold for one moment, I'll be back. So how this next section works is that we stand. So standing Qigong can be really quite complex. First, doing standing Qigong, you can feel your feet go on fire. You can feel cramp in your feet and things like that. And so what we do is we just have to find a standing posture that's going to work for us, that's going to be sustainable. It's also completely acceptable to sit down. So sometimes I say to people, why not just have like a dining room table chair behind you, so you just kind of like plonk yourself straight down after standing for a little while. Or, it doesn't matter if you want to go sit on the sofa, whatever it is, you want to lie down, whatever you want to do to make this class work for you. What's more important in this class is the mental imagery that goes along, the kind of the guided meditation part. So you have to find something that's sustainable for you. If you can stand in this shoulder width posture, if you can stand with your knees a little bit bent, tailbone slightly tucked, that's great, because you've opened up the lower body so the qi really flows well. We're allowing energy to flow from the earth up into our bodies. When we sit the tailbone down and lift the top of the head up, we get this lovely straight spine, and we can imagine blue sky qi pouring down from above. So this blue sky qi pours down deep into your belly. This earth qi surges up deep into your belly, and you're in this perfect kind of place for gathering all this lovely energy. And the last thing is what to do with your hands. Well, they're probably on your belly at the moment, and that's a nice way of gathering qi, is just to have your hands there. But also, you can make a little cage with your hands, just the fingertips lightly touching each other, a little ball, and have that ball sitting over your belly button. And if you feel you'd like to try a more advanced version, you just have your hands holding something, about the size of a beach ball in front of your tummy, perhaps in front of your chest. Anyway, there's no right and no wrong for this. But what tends to happen is that if you try to hold your hands out in front, and after a while your hands start to droop down, or you suddenly find you've got a massive pain in your back, then perhaps you've gone a step too far, and it's better to bring things back to your belly and just rest them there. We have to find a posture that's sustainable, something you can manage for the next 45 minutes. And so in that, it's no point in suffering huge, great big tensions in your legs and your feet. From time to time, if you need to give your feet a little shake, why not? Just try and keep your mind in a steady place. So whatever it is you need to do to keep in this steady place, that's the most important thing for you. I can only make suggestions, but what you have to do is find something that works for you. Because today is not about the body. Tuesdays and Thursdays are about the body. Tuesday's class, Lift You Up and Pour Qi Down, is about gathering qi from outside the body and piling it inside. It's about finding this connectivity between the two. Thursday's class, a slightly more advanced body-mind class, is about taking all the energy you have inside you and distributing around the body to every kind of little tiny capillary, the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes, to make sure that everything is evenly distributed with qi. So we have this kind of perfect idea of beginning qi, gathering qi on a Tuesday, on a Thursday, working it around the body. But the Wednesday is about the mind. Not entirely, because if you take up the right sort of, comfortable stance, your body's already absorbing qi. And standing in this three centers merge, it's called, is a really, really good way to get energy. It's a fantastic way to gather qi. And so this allows you to absorb all the healing energy into your body while you stand. So it's a great place to begin your healing journey, just standing. So how often do we just stand? Mostly we, rest one ham on the side of a table, we lean against a wall, we sit on the chair, we sit on whatever, we just try and take the weight off in any way we possibly can. So unmoving is a really unusual thing. but that's a really important thing as well. And so when you're in this moving posture, you just have to relax and take it as easy as you can. Really, really drop into a still place. So what we're hoping to do is just to allow the mind to settle into a cool, calm place. So very often the mind is in this kind of crazy, busy monkey mind state. And that's no good for anybody. And so what we need to do is just find a way to quieten and calm that. So the first thing comes to mind, the meditation that Wayne Dwyer used to use, called Mind the Gap. And basically what he does is he says that you just imagine this beautiful, cool, dark stage. So it's like you're sitting in the audience and you're just in this beautiful, calm place, looking out into this stage. Nothing on stage, just cool and dark. So think of a phrase that you like, something that really appeals to you. Like it might be the first lines of a prayer. So let's say the Lord's Prayer, if you're a Christian, our Father who art in heaven, or it might be Hail Mary, full of grace, or it might be Om Namah Shivaya, or it might be Maharata. There's any number of kind of possibilities, but just something simple with a few syllables. And so we'll use Om Namah Shivaya as an idea. And he suggests that you think about Om being brought onto this stage. So perhaps it's, sort of 20 feet high. It's covered in jewels. It's spotlit. It's beautiful. It's glittering. It's gold, covered in gilt. This beautiful Om, the words O-M, kind of like, perhaps being pushed on stage by some stagehands. And you have this glorious kind of ba-da, this moment where you see the beautiful Om. And your mind likes these sort of bright, glittery ideas. Oh, that's exciting. That's interesting. So for a moment, it gives your mind something interesting to do in an otherwise quiet space. And then you imagine the stagehands gently push this beautiful rolling Om off the stage. What's left behind is this cool, dark, velvety moment where you just gently rest your mind into this cool, soft moment. You hold your mind still there. Now, inevitably, a question's going to pop up, a thought's going to pop up, something else is going to pop up. But you kind of know that off stage, Nama, the second phrase, is sitting there waiting to be pushed on. Beautiful, gold, glittering, bejeweled. And so when eventually your concentration is broken, you bring the next character onto stage. Bask in its glittery glory and then push it off. And again, leave your stage reset, cool, calm, empty. Knowing that Shivaya can also be drawn across and taken away. And that the whole thing can process round again and again. Om Namah Shivaya. So you have these beautiful reset moments. And whenever that thought pops up, you're in this cool, quiet part of the scene where your mind is very, very still. And then suddenly you think, oh, I haven't put that on my shopping list. And then it's gone. And you just move across and reset the stage and leave yourself in the calm and quiet once again. So this is how we try and find our way to a calm, quiet space, using some sort of reset device where we can dwell in silence just for a moment or two. As we hit this silent moment, this is where our nervous system changes. Sympathetic nervous system. You'd think that would be something useful for you, but actually the sympathetic nervous system is what drives everything in your body. What we actually need to move to is the parasympathetic nervous system. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but then that's scientists for you. So when we shift our body into this parasympathetic mode, this is where everything starts to calm and relax. It's where the mind starts to quiet. We start to settle. And also our cells start to move into cleaning mode. So your cells can only be in two states: go or stop, go or clean, really. And so if we can bring ourselves into this calm mind where no thought is moving, then the body can shift into its healing mode. Cells start to clean themselves. So while cells are working, there's all sorts of byproducts, junk, that are kind of parked in the soup inside the cell. But as soon as you move into cleaning mode, the cells can start to remove the things, the byproducts of all their functions. So we keep our mind quiet. We keep our body gently gathering energy. Then slowly the body starts to heal itself. So this is the power of our standing stance with a quiet mind, a no mind meditation. So just to put your mind at rest further, there are 4 stages of meditation. The first stage is called chaos. And sometimes it can last, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever, depending on how practiced you are. And that's where your mind can be all over the place, jumping up and down, constantly flipping back and forth between things. But as long as you know that the chaos stage is there, then all you have to do is be a little bit patient. Just be patient with your mind. Stay gently with it. The next stage is a transition, where sometimes you can even observe it. I remember once having an extraordinary experience of feeling almost like mist rolling in, and my mind, I could feel the transition between monkey mind into calm place, like a mist rolling across a field. The third stage is where we really settle into the calm, really settle into the emptiness, that healing space I talked about. And the fourth stage, well, you drop out of meditation. But the fact is, if you know that there's going to be a few minutes of chaos, and it's much shorter the second time round, and then there'll be transition, and then there'll be an ocean of calm, and you know that dropping out is part of the process, then it makes it much easier. It's not like, oh, well, my meditation's ended, I better stop. If you're just patient for a few moments, the whole thing will roll around again. So see if you can just stay steady with your meditation. Keep your mind empty. How would it be if you just put down the stories you've learned since birth? The first 7 years of our lives are so astonishingly formative, so incredibly powerful. We take on so many stories. You are given a second-hand life from the age of 0 to 7. It's not yours. Maybe you didn't want it, and yet you're given it nonetheless. Your grandparents tell you things. Your parents tell you things. Your family carries a story. And you are given that Sometimes as your birthright, it's a fantastic thing to support you. Sometimes it's devastating. Sometimes it forms such patterns that echo through every moment of your life. How would it be if you just put those ideas down today? Just put them down for a few minutes. All the stories that religion taught you, how would it be if you just released those for a little while? Just left everything behind. How would it be if you just released the rules of your society and let them go? Could you maybe just let go of all of the things you left at school, you learned at school, all of your book learning, all the stories from school, the people who bullied you, the teachers that were cruel to you? Put down the stories from your friends. Put down the stories from your family members. Put down the stories from your work colleagues. Put down the stories from your partner, partners, children. Put down the stories that you tell yourself. I am this, I am that. I'm good at this, I'm bad at that. What about just letting go? Letting go of all of those things, releasing them at the deepest level. When you let go of all of these structures, what's left? Just beautiful, extraordinary you. You, this incredible being. You, the bright, shining light of you, no longer weighed down by layer after layer of information that doesn't even belong to you. We think about these as being our personalities, about being our characteristics. But actually, so few of them actually belong to us. You're carrying this vast suit of armor. We've often sort of seen in the old Hollywood movies, someone getting dressed into their suit of armor. They've got to have something strapped onto each calf, strapped onto each knee, strapped onto each thigh, strapped onto each hip, strapped onto each arm, shoulder, hand, strapped. This is like your life. All of these stories being attached to you. None of them really are who you are. Like the suit of armor, the chain mail, this heavy, heavy undergarment made of chains. Just take them off, slip your bonds. Imagine how it feels when each of these pieces of armor is removed. And eventually the chain is removed as well, the chain mail, and you're just standing there. To finish the analogy, in your tabard, I suppose, whatever a tabard is. Just imagine how light it must feel when you let go of all of these things. Just imagine how it must feel when you take that vast helmet off your head, take the sword from around your waist. Just think about the weight coming off. And all of these things you've been given are just like those weights. All of these stories you've been told, all of the things you've adopted and taken on. Just free yourself from them. Let them go. Release them. So what's left underneath? Imagine a beautiful light body. Every cell in your body glowing, filled with health. Imagine from deep inside your bones. Inside each bone is this beautiful red marrow. It's kind of like the factory that creates all the red and white blood cells throughout your body, supports your immune. So think about, one of the, like take a sample bone, as it were, your thigh, and inside one of your thighs, deep inside all this beautiful red marrow, churning out red and white blood cells. We think about these healthy bones throughout our entire body, this great physical structure that keeps us going. Think about your bones at the deepest level. Think about the actual bone itself, this incredible honeycomb structure, calcium and minerals, with the marrow deep inside. Imagine the bones in your body, strong. Imagine them articulating together beautifully. So then we think about the muscles that cover all the bones. Think about the muscles being strong, reinvigorating. Think about them bright red, filled with blood and chi flowing well through your muscles. Think about the tendons and the sinews that kind of attach your muscles so beautifully to the bones. Think about them being strong. Think about the joints in between your bones. Well, this beautiful sort of fluid that moves between the joints, keeping everything articulating beautifully. Think about your spine from top to bottom, moving evenly, easily. Think about the beautiful cartilage pads in between. So very often we hear about, collapsed cartilage and things giving up in your spine. But why not rebuild your spine with perfect, bouncy, chi cartilage? So just for a moment, pause and answer the question, what makes up cartilage, bone, muscle, tendon, sinews? What are they? Well, they're cells. But what is the whole thing? It's chi. The whole of our universe is made of chi. Everything is a different distillation or vibration of chi. So if somebody says to you, yeah, that's broken, you can never fix it, don't believe them. It's just because they do not understand the nature of chi. Anything in your body can change. Just in a moment, anything can shift. So think about this beautiful cartilage. Plump it up like you're plumping up a cushion. Imagine these fat, spongy cartilages in between each vertebra, perhaps in your knees or wherever you need to have some space. Imagine the fluid. Imagine all of the attachments that are perfectly working. Imagine the beautiful nervous system that flows through the body, taking the electromagnetic really, messages down every muscle, every tendon, every fiber. Your spine, this beautiful pathway of fluids flowing up and down your spine. Nerves intertwined between your cartilage, between your vertebra. This beautiful network flowing down your arms to your fingertips, flowing down from your brain stem, down your spine, out into your pelvis and down your legs. This extraordinary system, perfectly working. Think about our skin. The skin in Chinese medicine is all to do about your lungs. So if you imagine the air circulating around your skin is also the same air that's circulating around your lungs. So the lungs are seen as having the connection to your skin. So we think about clearing our lungs, clearing our skin, feeling your skin radiant, clean and clear. Feeling your skin, the the pores gently opening and closing. This whole system of your skin in perfect working order. So from the very depth of the marrow of your bones, radiating out from the core of your body to your skin and beyond your skin, this super chi field. We have this thing called Wei Qi. Your Wei Qi layer covers your skin. It's about 2-3 centimeters of chi around the outside of your body, like your own personal suit of armor. But this time it's light, it's breezy, it's open, and it's incredibly powerfully protective. So just see yourself standing there, every cell in your body working, from your skin deep inside your bones. Think about your organs, your heart, what a fantastic job it does, beating away. Imagine your heart in perfect working order. Imagine your pancreas and your digestive system. So pancreas and stomach are partners, and the digestive system kind of governed by them. Imagine them in perfect working order. Think about your lungs really working well. Deep, easy breaths, drawing chi deep inside your body. So pancreas is about gathering chi from your food, and breathing is about gathering chi from the air. So these two systems absorb all this amazing energy into our bodies. Thinking about our kidneys, filtering and cleaning all the liquids, your kidneys strong and working well. So the Chinese medicine, you really like the kidneys. It's the kind of building block of everything. So just think about your kidneys working well, this beautiful, strong, powerful idea that the kidneys are the batteries of your life. So we feel the kidneys strong. The lovely connection between kidneys and heart. Kidneys gently flowing, cooling energy to the heart. The heart gently drawing heating energy down to the kidneys. The perfect circular balance between the two, keeping the whole body in harmony. And finally, of course, your liver. Cleanse your liver. Let go of all frustration and anger. Let go of deep-seated, long-held stories. Let go of silently repressed anger. Release that from your liver and change your life. And of course, liver does all the beautiful blood filtering as well, cleaning. Such a great system you have. This extraordinary toolkit you've been given, all these wonderful organs, the nervous system, the digestive system, your sensory organs, this beautiful skin you have, these incredible bones. And then finally, the endocrine system. So this is one of the really crucial players. The thoughts you have generate electromagnetic pulses in your brain. These electromagnetic pulses set off chemical messengers in your body through your endocrine system. Those chemical messengers go to organs and create chemicals. An extraordinary system that works in a split second. Every millisecond, you are making hundreds of thousands of customized chemicals. No chemical company could ever produce such perfectly custom-made chemicals for your body. But the question is, what is your subconscious ordering your body to do? What is your subconscious asking your body to make? A really crucial question. Because if you're living in fight or flight, if you're living in constant fear, if you're constantly worrying, anxious, then you're creating a chemical cascade through your body of toxins. So now we come to this quiet space and quieten our minds and just allow the body just to relax. What about love? What about loving this extraordinary body you have? Hey, it does some crazy things. You just have to remember that old patterns, old stories, other people's information have created patterns inside of you. These patterns create chemical triggers in your body. And this chemical trigger creates problems. So now we just have to smile and think, oh, heavens above, the body is doing such a good job. It's doing incredibly well. It's such a beautiful device. It makes such beautiful, incredible chemicals. It's just that I'm asking it to do the wrong thing. You have to love your body for the incredible efficiency. You have to love your body for its extraordinary abilities. You have to love your body. The most complex chemistry set on earth, been given to you to play with. And it's just that you haven't read the instructions properly. How often do we do that? I'm sure I know how it works, so I'll just get on with it. But actually, there's a set of instructions you didn't read, which said, be kind to yourself, love yourself, let yourself off. Sometimes we can find ourselves being incredibly cross with other people, holding other people to astonishingly high standards. I get upset with my sister because she's always doing this wrong, But then when you look into your own heart, you realize that you don't hold yourself to those high standards. You let yourself off with an extraordinary amount of things. And so perhaps we have to start thinking about these stories and these patterns where we hold other people to high standards and we let ourselves off. Or sometimes we hold ourselves to painfully high standards which are just not appropriate. Just Protestant hard work ethics, those kind of things that have been drilled into us that make us keep going strong, working hard all of our adult lives. And then suddenly when we relax, it's kind of, oh my goodness, I've got all sorts of problems. So in Chinese culture, you would find a martial arts school. And for half the day, people would be stabbing, punching, kicking, hitting, running, doing all sorts of things like that. But a martial arts school would always have a meditation school, a qigong school attached. Because people realize the balance of yin and yang is so important. You can't just be running, punching, and kicking all day long. You need to have the balance of yin. In the 21st century, our whole life is this crazy, crazy imbalance. Just a mad place, a busy place. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that. And so what we have to do is we just have to stay really, really centered and calm. We have to find a way to work ourselves into a calm space more and more frequently. So Qigong does that for you. It brings you to this quiet, settled space. That's why Qigong is called moving meditation. Stretch out your body, open your muscles, blood and qi flowing well. All of the exercises that help us. But also it's balanced with this calm, inner serenity, where your body does the things your body needs to do, and your mind sits quietly and allows the body to heal. It's a complete system. You don't need anything else. If you properly dissolve yourself into Qigong, you'll find that everything you've needed is there. But And there's always a but. You need to do the work yourself. There is no shortcut. This crucial journey of your life has to be done by you. Nobody else can change your mind. Nobody else can heal your body. We can help. We can support you. We can send chi deep inside, which will give you a little kickstart. We can help you look at the patterns of your mind. But ultimately, you are the creator of everything in your life. And now you choose to create perfect healing. Choose to create perfect healing for your body. Sometimes we think about blockage of the flow of chi. We'd hope the chi would be flowing incredibly well around every aspect of our bodies. And sometimes it gets blocked. That's what illness really is. That's what pain is. You feel a pain in your shoulder. It's because the chi can't get through properly. So what we need to do is to create a bit of space. But space, we need space in our mind and space in our bodies. This cool, calm, dark stage represents space in your thinking, space in your mind. But also we can think about space in our body. So what is it you want to work with today? Perhaps you want to dissolve something in your body. Quite simple. A physical blockage of some sort. A lump. Something that needs to go. Perhaps you've had something removed by a surgeon. You want to put it back. So that's equally as good. You can imagine dissolving any problem. You can also imagine drawing back and rebuilding something that's been damaged. So these are two of the movements of the entire universe: opening, expanding, letting go, or drawing healing chi back deep inside your body. We use the Chinese words kai. Kai means open. It means let go. It means expand. Use the Chinese word he, which means close, gather in, draw back. So a simple exercise called La Chi. You can focus on dissolving something in your body and bringing back perfect healing energy. But also, you could just as well take that to be a blockage in a relationship between you and your mother, alive or dead, opening your hands and imagining all of these problems between you and her dissolve. And then when you bring your hands back together again, you have this incredible healing back between the two of you. So La Chi can work at all sorts of levels, whatever it is you want to work on today. But the one thing I would just say to you is, don't repeat over and over to yourself this problem that I have, whatever it might be, a tumor, a blocked relationship. Don't harp on about it. First time you can say, I want to dissolve all the problems in my knees, and I want to bring back incredible healing into my knees. And then the next time you do it, just think about knees, everything good, everything dissolving, everything letting go, knees, healing energy flowing in. And so we don't keep on saying, my bad knees, my broken knees. We keep on going like that. You're reinforcing the problem. So if you want to be kind of accurate about it, you can say, this pain in my back, I dissolve this terrible pain in my back. Let it go. It's all gone. It's all gone. It's all gone. Bring back some amazing healing for my back. Oh, everything's working well. And then from then onwards, dissolve all the problems. Let everything be open. Bring back huge healing energy, but don't harp on about specifics. Okay, so here we are at our La Chi session, whatever, whoever, whenever you choose to work. It's the simplest exercise. You don't even have to move your hands. You can be sitting, you can be lying down with your eyes shut. And just imagine Kai expanding and opening, letting go of all of the problems. Think about the blue sky chi. Think that when you dissolve out into the blue sky, anything can be released. When you say, you can gather this healing chi back into your body and let it glow deep inside you, this incredible healing energy. Soften and release. Allow heat to bring healing energy deep inside your body. Allow it to percolate through every cell, through every aspect of the story you're dissolving, or through every aspect of the physicality that you're healing. Just feel that this fresh healing energy can percolate deep inside your being. You don't even have to say Kai and her if you don't want to. You don't even have to move your hands. You can just be with the idea. Up to you. Open, open, open. Blue sky chi. Draw this healing chi deep inside your body. Allow it to filter through every cell. Allow it to filter through your Wei Qi layer. Allow it to illuminate your skin. Allow it to penetrate deep inside your bones. Allow it to heal your organs. Allow it to heal your body and your stories. Allow it to penetrate through all of the old stories that pinned you in place and release. Let go, let go, let go. Healing chi flows deep inside you. Release, release, release. To the depths of your body, deep into your DNA. The stories that make up you, just let them go. Healing chi penetrates every cell of your body. Soften, 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 open, open, expand, expand, release, release, let go, body open, body open, body expands, the vastness of the universe. Release, release everything you don't need. Expand and open. Feel your cells open. Feel the space open in your body. Feel your body dissolving out into the blue sky chi. Feel your body dissolving out into the universe, returning your body to its component parts, letting everything go. Stardust. Let your body open, 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 open. Release, release, release. Slowly start to imagine rebuilding your body, perfect working order, everything working well in your body, gathering from the universe, from the vastness of the universe, Hunyuan Qi, the basic building block of the entirety of the universe. Imagine you can start to draw back these extraordinary, incredible resources, drawing them back from the depths of the universe, bringing them back to rebuild your body, rebuilding your body energetic, rebuilding your body from the DNA level, from the atomic level, rebuilding your body from the cellular level, rebuilding your body in perfect working order, rebuilding your life, the stories, rebuilding your relationships, rebuilding everything in perfect working order. Feel that percolating through your life, through your being. Feel the change that you've brought about deep inside, slowly gathering your hands back, drawing them back perhaps towards your belly if they're not already there, and just settling your hands on your belly and feeling this new version of you, feeling this new version of you. Everything is chi, so why shouldn't you heal spontaneously? Everything is chi. Why shouldn't you just cut out the old pattern that held an illness in place? One snip and the story is gone. And suddenly the body, can heal, can release, can relax. Why not allow this spontaneous change? Why not allow your body to instantly heal? Hey, sometimes we feel fearful about our healing. What'll come next if we do heal? Just let your body flow for once. Just trust the universe supports your every move. Just release the pain, release the blockage. Allow yourself just to be one with the flow of the Tao. No longer swimming up the river, gently flowing with it now, in right alignment with your life. Feel that this moment has changed everything for you. Feel that you have made a decisive decision to heal and change. And that as soon as you do that, your body responds. It knows what you need. It knows what you want. It brings this incredible healing to being. Sometimes we're working with big problems and it can take a little bit longer. Sometimes you're working with big problems and it can be spontaneous, instantaneous, instant change. But don't feel cross with your body. Love your body. Just know that your body moves cell by cell, second by second, step by step, in the right direction. So don't worry. Just trust. Just move with your body. Just allow it to heal at the deepest, deepest level. Just allow your relationships to heal at the deepest level. Just allow your thought processes to heal at the deepest level. Your subconscious patterns just to quieten in the background. For you to take control of the medicine factory that creates these extraordinary things for your body. To send only good, healing messages through your body now. We don't need toxins being created by our body anymore. We don't need excess of any particular things. We need balance. We need calm. We really perfect working order for every system in the body. So let's just stand for a moment. Feel the body in its new way. Feel the body doing its new thing. And just remember how this state feels. You can bring yourself back here at any moment during your day. You can stop for a second and perhaps just take one deep breath in and drop the energy deep into your belly and just radiate this beautiful chi out through your entire life. You can flush the chi from deep in lower dantian out to your skin, almost like a blush. Sometimes we can feel our whole body blushing. Imagine you can blush or flush chi from the core of you out to your skin, into your wei chi layer. This wave of chi throughout the whole of your body, energizing. You can do that at any moment of any day. You can use it as a protective field. You feel yourself in a moment of anxiety, in a situation where there are negative people around you, where there are people saying things you don't want to hear. You can just flush this beautiful protective shield from deep inside you to stop anything penetrating that's not needed. You can use it to make yourself invisible in difficult situations, just so that negative things pass straight through you. They don't stay with you. Comments that people make to you bounce off, pass through, doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Just allow yourself to be completely transparent when you need to be. So here we are with this brand new chi system in perfect working order. Let's close our system down by using the standard Zheneng Qigong closing. So we're just gently going to bring our feet together. And let's bring our hands into the prayer position in front of our hearts. Just stop for a moment here. Feel this goodness surging through your body. Gently lift the hands up in front of the face, up past the forehead, and just draw them up over the crown of your head. And then you can just have a nice stretch. Heels, tailbone, spine, fingertips, blue sky. And then let your hands soften down a bit, let your knees soften a little bit. We open up our little fingers, then our ring fingers, then our middle fingers. We split our hands apart like a great rainbow arc of energy coming down to shoulder height. And at shoulder height, we scoop two lovely handfuls of chi. We draw them round to the front. So shoulder height and width, just send this energy back from your middle fingers deep into the center of your brain, illuminating the whole of your brain. Upper dantian, it's called the upper energy field. Just imagine your brain filled with chi, every cell in your body working well, all functions of your brain, total clarity, perfect working order. Drift the elbows backwards and let your hands drift underneath your arms. And just touch the side of the body underneath your armpit. There's a point here called da bao. Just feel it on the ribs, tender point there. Hold there for a moment and imagine sending chi into the middle energy field, which sits behind your breastbone. We fill up the middle energy field, and that supports your heart, supports your lungs, supports your pancreas, supports your kidneys, and supports your liver and spleen. We have this incredible field deep inside us, supporting all of our organs, all functions of the organs working well, coming back into perfect balance with each other. Then we just drift our hands gently behind us, just kind of pointing to the horizon behind. And then you let your hands move forwards. They gently drift forwards. When they're in line with the side of your body, you can turn them over to create a huge ball of chi. So we're just going to sweep a wave of chi out into the blue sky, kind of like donating your chi. And then we have to bring some back for ourselves. So we draw a ball of chi towards our belly. So traditionally, it would be left hand first for guys, right hand first for ladies. But actually, these days, there's no such distinctions. It's really whatever feels right for you. So just slowly gather this ball, one hand over the top of the other. And we imagine this beautiful ball of chi, squeezing it in through the belly button, taking it deep into the belly, holding and storing it deep at lower dantian. Lower dantian chi is abundant, this incredible field of energy deep inside us. Marvelous field of chi, building deep inside. It supports us all the way through our week. It supports our healing journey. So just imagine this lower dantian chi abundant, blood and chi flowing well through your body. Imagine taking this chi and flowing it up your spine, into your brain, to your neck, to your shoulders, down your arms, fill the whole of your chest, your ribs, your spine, middle torso, lower torso, fill your hips and your pelvis, fill your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, Achilles, feet, soles of your feet, the back surface of your body, everywhere. Blood and chi flowing well, all functions returning to perfect working order. Imagine that, all functions of your body, perfect working order. Just imagine your Wei Qi layer, so sort of a couple of centimeters around your skin, this beautiful sort of suit of energy, protective shield of chi, keeping you well. All functions of your body, perfect working order. See yourself as this being of light inside this beautiful shield of energy. And then imagine your chi body. It's like sort of a meter in front, a meter below, a meter behind, back, right, left. It's a bubble of chi around you. This sort of chi ball connects you to the outside world, protects you as well. So you encased in these wonderful shields of light, happy, safe, big smile on your face. Slowly open your eyes. You can bring a bit of movement back into your body. You can stretch out your fingers a little bit, perhaps shake out your legs, give your legs a bit of a move. If you want to do some bends, do so very judiciously. You know, if you feel you want to work your back, you can go down, but come up very slowly. So you can stretch out anything that needs stretching out just to loosen the body off. Okay, and then to finish off, we say hao la. So hao la in Chinese means good already. Everything we've already done is fixed, is sorted. So if you unmute yourself, there's a chance that you'll be on my YouTube video. So you can leave yourself unmuted if you want the privacy, doesn't really matter. But we can say hao la together. And so what we do is we put our hands up in the air. I count 1, 2, and then we say hao la. And I'll know you're doing it. If you haven't unmuted yourself, don't worry. Okay, so hands up in the air. 1, 2, hao la. 1, 2, hao la. Last time. 1, 2, hao la. Affirming that everything is good already. And then we've got a little salute for each other. So you take your right hand and bring it up. And your left hand comes down. And you sort of pull the fingers together and put the thumbs on top. This is called entirety hands. So I think the Buddhists have got this kind of prayer hands, and the Taoists have this kind of, so we have entirety hands in Zheneng Qigong. Thank you very much for being here today. As I always ask, if you'd on the WhatsApp group. I'll post it there, and I'll put it on my Facebook, and I'll put it onto Instagram. And if you see it, please spread it around the globe and share it with your friends. And see you soon. Have a lovely day. Bye. Thanks for being here. Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.